Valley is internationally renowned for innovation in irrigation technology. It is a huge responsibility to keep that position, and so we frequently ask ourselves, is it possible to go further? The answer does not always come from Valley. This time, the answer came from Teresina at Piali in Brazil, where the farm Santa Lucia and the retailer Pivotichau got together and developed a unique comfort system for dairy cattle using Valley's pivot structure. They added 4 functionalities to the pivot. Screen mesh was adjusted along the spans to create shade for the animals. A simple, quick, and cheap accessory with no risk for the equipment. In order to maximize its potential, the pivot was also used for chemical and organic fertilizers. Small tanks with water level buoy were installed in each pivot tower in order to quickly renew the water. The tilting tanks allow an easy cleaning and remain in transport position to prevent chemical fertilizer residues from accumulating in the sprues at the time of fertirrigation. In order to cool animals, a constant mist of water is generated by a parallel irrigation system, adapted in the pivot structure. The new functionalities were installed with a very small investment and did not require any structural modification or welds to the pivot, preserving the equipment's factory warranty. But the most important aspect is that these modifications led into great results. Santa Lucia has 270 animals, and the pastures were divided in 20 sectors. During the day, animals remain in one sector, and during the night, the pivot irrigates the rest. In addition to the major comfort of the shade and the water mist, the cattle remains longer in the paddock, and they don't need to go back to the collecting area for washdown. After these innovations, cows started producing 17 liters average, 221 liters per hectare per day. At another farm of the group where the system was not installed, the average milk production barely reaches 12 liters, with an average of 132 liters per hectare per day. This comfort system for dairy cattle, co-created by a farmer and a Valley retailer and installed on a Valley pivot, not only created benefits for the cattle, but also allowed to increase productivity per cow per hectare and therefore increase the farmer's profitability. This is just another proof that supports that, with innovation, it is possible to go further.